People don't talk about this enough, but what is the cost of discipleship? A discipleship can simply be said to be the process of helping to produce Christ-like character in a believer by another person. So I want to read you Luke chapter 14, starting at verse 25. Now great crowds accompanied him, and he turned and said to them, If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not bear his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it began to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going out to encounter another king in war, will not sit down first and deliberate whether he is able with 10,000 to meet him who comes against him with 20,000? And if not, while the other is yet a great way off, he sends a delegation and asks for terms of peace. So therefore, any one of you who does not renounce all that he has cannot be my disciple. The study note says, if anyone comes to me, those who would be Christ's disciples must love their family less than they love Christ, bear the cross and follow Christ, and relinquish everything. These are complementary ways of describing complete commitment. The first condition for discipleship is to hate one's father, mother, wife, children, brothers, sisters, and life. Hating is a Semitic expression for loving less. We're supposed to love Jesus over everything else. He comes first. For the second condition for discipleship, bear his own cross and come after me, we are going to go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 38 and Mark 8:34. And whoever does not take his own cross and follow me is not worthy of me. The study note says, take his cross. Crucifixion is a shocking metaphor for discipleship. A disciple must deny himself, die to self-will, take up his cross, embrace God's will, no matter the cost, and follow Jesus, Christ. It says Christ. Mark 8:34, and calling the crowd to him with his disciples, he said to them, If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. The study note says, following the first major prediction of his death and resurrection, Jesus instructs in discipleship all those who would come after me. The goal of self-denial and taking up one's cross is not pathological, self-abasement, or a martyr complex, but being free to follow the Messiah. Self-denial means letting go of self-determination and replacing it with obedience to and dependence on the Messiah. Jesus' paradoxical statement demands two different senses of the word life. Whoever lives a self-centered life focused on this present world would save his life, will not find eternal life with God, will lose it. Whoever gives up his self-centered life of rebellion against God loses his life to the sake of Christ and the gospel will find everlasting communion with God. I also want to add one more thing. For whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him will the Son of Man also be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father and with the holy angels.